A lot of students had contacted us in the last couple of days complaining about the fact that they're not satisfied with the kind of results that they've got after NID Dat Prelims, NID Dat Prelims examination results. There have been lots of complaints regarding part 2 evaluation. So NID has released the portal for raising a rechecking request. In this particular video, briefly, we would look at what exactly is meant by rechecking, what happens in rechecking, what does not happen in rechecking, and what is the procedure to apply for rechecking. Hello, everyone. This is Suraj. You're with THiNC Institute of Design, and welcome to yet another live. So basically, what happens in rechecking is that they will just check whether all the answers are evaluated or not, all the answers are marked or not. Let's say, for example, you have written all the 3 questions, you have answered all the 3 drawing questions. They've only put marks for 2 of them. Then they will ensure that at least the third one also gets evaluated or third one also gets marked. It will not be like they will go through the marking scheme. If they are not happy that you've just got 2 marks out of 10 or 2 marks out of 20, they'll try to evaluate it again and they'll give you 3. That's not going to happen. The next thing that they will do in this is retotaling. They'll just ensure that the totaling has been correct. And they'll ensure that there has been no mistake while the marks were actually transferred. That means they'll put some marks adjacent to each of your question. Now they'll take that particular mark and also put it in the cover sheet of the exam. So they'll ensure that there is no difference. Let's say, for example, if you have got a mark of 5.5 and when they put it back to the cover, they've not put 55. So such kind of numerical mistakes or rudimentary clerical errors, which are called as clerical errors, those things does not happen. Or if that has happened, they'll correct that also. These are the main 3 things that they do in rechecking. So it's not a re-evaluation per se. It is only rechecking. They'll just ensure that they've done their jobs correctly. Regarding the perspectives of putting marks, evaluation criteria, and things like that, you're not going to have any change in that. Let's be very clear about it. Nextly, all the communication related to this rechecking and all will only be done via email. There won't be any notification or you won't be able to see in your portal what actually happens. So please keep checking your email ID. Now, for this to happen, very important document is your admit card. The scanned copy of the original admit card, which you had taken to the examination hall, which has a invigilator sign and the seal of the test center. These 2 things are mandatory. Now, after evaluation, it is not always necessary that the mark increases. It could go either way. It could even remain the same. So they have certainly mentioned that any loss, damage, or inconvenience caused to the candidate, and NID is not responsible. So please note that these are the major things that you need to keep in mind while you're applying for rechecking. Now, coming back to rechecking, this is NID's website. You can click on this bottom link. When you click on that, you will be taken to email address and date of birth. Log in the same way how you had checked your results. So you can log in, and once you log in, you will see a page like this. Some basic rules and regulations have been mentioned. The last date is 20th of March. So you have a couple of more days. 20th of March till 4 p.m. is the time that you have for applying for rechecking. You can proceed to upload the admit card. Now, without uploading the admit card, you will not be able to submit it. So please figure out where exactly you have kept the admit card. A lot of students have been calling us saying that you have misplaced the admit card and things like that. There have also been some students who've been calling us saying that the examination center's invigilator did not sign in their admit card, or they did not put a seal in their admit card. Now, it's a worst case scenario. There is nothing much that we can do right now. We cannot go back. So the best thing that you can do is at least upload that document and put a mail to NID saying that this is actually an issue which had happened in the test center. We were not aware of that. It's out of our control currently. So bare minimum, whatever we had, admit card is what we had without the sign and seal. So we are uploading that. Could you please consider? Politely request to NID. Okay. Regarding the last thing, there have been lots of students who've been asking us whether we should give for rechecking or not. Now, personally, coming down to whether it has to be done or not, if you fairly feel that your attempt was good and graceful, if you think that you deserve better marks, I think it's always better to go for a rechecking. The worst thing that could happen is that you might not get into NID. Now, I understand that most of the students who want to give for rechecking would be those students who haven't actually got into this list or haven't been shortlisted for the studio test. Okay. So if you personally feel it's a call that every individual will have to take, neither your parents nor your teachers, faculty, even the institutes, coaching institutes, we cannot help you out here because it's ultimately you who have written that particular exam. Okay, so these are the major things that we had to communicate. If you still have doubts, you can contact us at the helpline number. I would be available. When will we receive the recheck results? Usually they'll take around 1 week or couple of weeks for that. But currently, as I have said in the previous lives, Vaishnav, they are running ahead of schedule. So it could come earlier also. Okay, so apply for it. Keep checking the website. Keep checking your email ID. If there are any updates, we would definitely give you. Okay. Please note, we'll be starting from the next week onwards our studio test classes and all. So if you want to join or if you want to contact, if you want to know about further details and all, you can contact us at these numbers. Irrespective of whether you're a THiNC student or not, if you need any sort of guidance regarding any of these design exams, we understand all these exams are open. NIFT and ID is currently going on. UC counseling is going on. So a lot of students, a lot of confusions, a lot of career guidance, decision-making points are currently going on in your life. So any help, any doubts that you need, 8086111024 is the number that you need to call. Okay. So thank you, everyone. Until we see you in the next session. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, host.